More rides, new life, new gigs, new this, new that. My home, my place, bigger names, bigger money, smaller honey shit. Good girl, man, but she act bad for me. Yeah, checks in the game.
Hey, what's up? LockEmUp Hoops Podcast. Realistic Randy, Mastermind Boldberry. Talk all things NBA from the West Coast, East Coast. We get things done no matter what. We just talked about the Cleveland Cavaliers and LeBron James and, that whole, situation as far as how they're blowing up. And then we can't possibly agree as far as how we, perceive LeBron James leaving Cleveland, Miami. You guys pretty much refer to him as a mercenary, not giving a damn. So let's go to another individual player, Dwight Howard. So he just had an interview on TNT with Charles Barkley, Kenny the Jet Smith. Some really tough questions, and, there's a lot of take back and forth as far as Dwight Howard. He's presumably going to opt out and go for his last major contract, as they brought up on that interview back and forth. Boldberry, let's start with you. What's your reaction to Dwight Howard's interview?
I have no reaction. This dude is just Dwight Howard in the fullest. Like, this dude from the days, like, this dude's track record when it comes to free agency and being like, I want to leave and doing, he probably does more running than LeBron, if you ask me. But he's also like a franchise ruiner while he does it. Like, he'll leave franchises in shambles as he leaves. So, like, hopefully, Houston doesn't deal with that because James Harden's clearly way better than him. Realistic, Randy. But back to Dwight Howard. This dude, man, I mean, you really took your time to go on TNT, sit here and be a crybaby, sit here and be like, oh, I don't know why anybody doesn't like me, and why doesn't anybody perceive me as being like the smiley happy guy? Like, when I smile, I still like to win and blah blah blah. Like, you like to win, but you go to winning situations and complain about when you're winning because you're not getting enough touches because you're selfish. That's just how I'm gonna look at it like that. Like, Dwight Howard's just straight up selfish because he just says the same thing every year. You're telling Kobe Bean Bryant to pass the torch when you're in LA and being like, the only way I'll resign is if you tell Kobe to pass the torch. Go screw. And then anyway, with Houston, it's like you're crying about James Harden not giving you the ball. You're sitting here like you're giving your typical cliche answers that anybody would give when you're getting grilled about your free agency situation and stuff like that. And now I'm gonna get to the nitty gritty of why I'm really just like, this dude Dwight Howard, I'm done with him for real. Like, whoa. This man, I'm sorry, Kenny the Jet Smith. I called you the broken propeller like I think a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry, but the way you just was like, nah, man, hold on. What was this wild stuff that you was talking about backstage about Curry and Jordan? Like, he pretty much and Dwight Howard tried to act like he didn't say it, but
he did
like,
call him out. Yeah.
He called him out straight. So I respect Kenny the Jet very much for even doing that. And then Dwight Howard had the nerve to say, and I quote, I think that Steph Curry is a better scorer than Michael Jordan. And then tried to flip it and ask the crew that played with Michael Jordan and probably actually lost to Michael Jordan, is Steph Curry a better scorer than Michael Jordan? Now, I'm not taking anything away from Steph here. I'm not even saying that, he's not on the same level as him, because they're on the same level. But, like, let me just get back to, like, just where he's starting from. The man just started averaging 30 points a game this year. So let's just stop saying that he's a better scorer right then and there. And for those of you that watch TNT and everything, TNT last night, they explained it. I'm not going to explain it. I just think that it was just absurd that Dwight Howard really, this first round old dude, this man who goes and ruins franchises, really got a nerve to just come out his mouth and say something like that when you lost to actually 1B Kobe Bryant in the finals. So I don't understand how you just, Steph is so good. I mean, I get it. You lost to him twice back-to-back years, so that's probably why you're saying it. But Dwight Howard, let's be serious here, man. You just disappointed me with that comment there. That just tells me that you really just like to smile a lot and do all this stuff and, act like you're Superman right before the game and stuff. So I'm just done with Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard, you're ridiculous. Go score more than 13 points a game, but be considered the top 5 center in the league. Go complain. Go to another franchise and ruin that, because now you're 30 years old and you're sitting here on TNT getting an intervention of, like, what I got out of it was, we should tell you when and when not to smile. If you're losing, you probably shouldn't be smiling and joking in the court, but if you're winning, you can do that. Why are you telling this 30-year-old man that? I'm done. That's it. That's all I need.
All right, let me go real quick on this. Again, Boldberry, I know we joke here on this podcast. This is a legitimate question. What do you like? What do you like in life? What makes you happy? Because it seems like everything, you're just done. Steph Curry, he's injured after fall on Monteunus, back sweat. Oh, he's done. LeBron James, the way he left. Oh, he's done. Dwight Howard. Oh, he's done. What really makes you happy? Because, and again, not to, I don't want to give the same. I don't know I don't know if it's today, if I'm just trying to see things from the human element, especially with LeBron James. I'm just saying with Dwight Howard that you say, okay, you saying that he's leaving these franchises in shambles. Now,
Yep.
the new topic is not even a new topic. The old recurring topic has been brought back to life as far as everyone not liking Dwight Howard since the way he left Orlando. And I gotta admit, I gotta be honest, I've never been coming after Dwight Howard with pitchforks or everything like that, like you are, Bolberry.
I've been coming for years.
But I haven't been like, wagging a finger or everything like that. But I will say the way he left Orlando, because you talk about Orlando, Dwight Howard, that dude was a top 10 NBA player, back in Orlando. He was an absolute beast.
I agree with you.
Dude, he was an absolute monster. But the way he left, it definitely rubbed me the wrong way. And these are one of those situations where athletes, they say, oh, it doesn't matter, fans are going to keep paying. These are one of those situations where you see, the outlook of a professional athlete turn on them real quick, just not giving a damn. But getting back to the point, you're saying he's leaving these franchises in shambles. Oh, Houston, they're going to recover from that. They don't need to deal with that drama anymore. Let me tell you something right now. You're talking as if Houston poor Houston, they had to deal with Dwight Howard and all those issues. Oh, they were such an angelic team before he got there and he ruined them. Let me tell you something right now. James Harden doesn't play defense, and I'm going to scream that to the day I die. As far as Houston, you fired Kevin McHale after 11 games, who's the best coach you had in some time.
Because of Dwight Howard.
And,
please,
because Dwight Howard. Oh, please.
He did that with Stan, too, in Orlando.
Come on now.
Just remember.
Come on. It's all Dwight Howard's fault. It's all Dwight Howard's fault. Are you really serious right now?
Look at the reports. Look at what McHale's saying. Everything comes out. Same thing with Byron. Byron did the same thing. Everything comes out after you leave, man.
You want to talk about reports? Stephen A. Smith. Yep. Stephen A. Smith said it out of his own mouth that, according to his sources, that before Kevin McHale got fired, James Harden was in a meeting with the front office executives of the Houston Rockets. So we can sit here and we can talk about Dwight Howard this, Dwight Howard that. Just seriously. No, seriously. Look at the tape. Look at the tape of James Harden when he doesn't play. Look at whatever 50 defenseless mixtapes you can right now of James Harden, and you sit here and pretend like he doesn't have anything to do with everything that's going on. Oh, James Harden, he's doing everything fantastic. Everyone else is just screwing things up. Nope. I don't see that.
I never said he was a saint out of it. It was just a Dwight Howard situation.
But the way you've been implying is just that Dwight Howard, he's been the whole focal storm of Houston, and now that he's gone, they're just going to flourish now because Dwight Howard.
I think they're better off without him. I will say that.
Getting back to the interview thing, you say cliche answers. I don't think they were cliche answers. I thought he was giving the real answers. I think he was being himself. Wow. He was genuine. He was saying, look, think about this. He was saying, look, man, they say I smile too much. They say I don't smile and I'm not being involved or I don't care about the team. In some cases, like you right now, Bolberry, with LeBron James or Dwight Howard, some players just cannot win no matter what they do. Because think about, people that work out in sales or corporate America, things like that, where you have to put on a face, right? If you embrace your personality, guess what? You're fired. You need to basically be a robot in half these jobs, what seems like out here now. Dwight Howard, even though I would say that I side more with Chuck when he was like, look, man, this is how it works. If you play well, we'll give you the praise and everything like that. If you're not doing so hot, if you look like you're not caring, they're going to get on you more. But I just don't think that. I don't think that was like him crying or him giving cliche answers. I thought he was just giving the real. I mean, hell, he had a down year this year. Guys, he shot 62% from the field. 62% from the field. That was a down year for him. He's not getting the ball, so he's being real. I wish I could dribble and shoot threes and do all this stuff, but is he lying when he says as a big man that he relies on his perimeter players? Is he lying?
So
is he lying when he says that?
Let me ask you this with the cliche answers, though. So when I think it was either Kenny or Chuck or one of them was just like, so are you, because this was pending his free agency, so they're like, so do you talk with any of the Rockets organization, and he clearly just stated that I forget the person's name, but he was like, I talked to so and so.
Yeah,
right? He just said that specific
it was someone
name.
other than JB Bickerstaff or Daryl Morey or James Harden. It was basically someone else in the front office. But if that's who all he's been talking to, what do you want him to say? What do you want him to say?
I feel like you shouldn't say that answer if you're being asked, are you talking to the Houston Rockets organization? The organization, not specific people, organization. You go, and this is your response after that because you got to look at the context. He's like, oh, I talked to
Mastermind, what's your reaction?
To piggyback off of both of you guys, like you said, realistic Randy, I respect that he did answer those questions because he was drilled. You know what I mean, and he answered it at the best of his abilities. But come on now, this is his third team where we're hearing this confrontation in the locker room. That's
you gonna tell me it's not Dwight?
Like Orlando, okay. He everybody knows Orlando. He got Stan fired, and then he went to the Los Angeles Lakers and then started a riffraff with Kobe Bryant. Like I'm pretty come on, like if he's starting a riff with Kobe, I know Kobe's not he's probably definitely one of the hardest players to ever work with. I mean, you see how Kobe is. He's a jerk. We all know that. But
y'all Shaq franchise, man.
He's a jerk. But the fact that I think that Dwight really, really cares about what people feel about him, and I think that is getting in the way of him playing basketball because if you're sitting here as a superstar, like obviously there's going to be players that don't like you, of course, or fans that don't like you, and there's fans that do like you. You can't worry about that stuff. Now, who am I to tell Dwight Howard like what to feel or what not to feel? But that's just in life. Like if someone doesn't like you, just go and do you. Like who cares about what anybody thinks about you? Just play basketball and dominate like you did in Orlando and just demand the ball, like Shaq always says. Yeah, he's not getting those touches. Demand the ball. Keep screaming at James Harden. Scream at the coach. Do all that you can do to get the ball back, because if you're shooting 62% from the field, there's no way that you should be putting up only 8 shots a game this year. Like that's ridiculous. You're one of the best centers in the league. Like, yeah, James Harden is probably not fun to play with this year. I know he's doing a lot of dribbling, but come on now. Dwight Howard knew this before he went there that this is the way James Harden plays. So
hold on. Dwight Howard. Oh, you're right. Dwight Howard. He went there. He went there after James Harden. But
he looked at it as a younger Kobe.
But I will say this. James Harden. That was like this is his first time being like the man. You remember we saw him in OKC, and even I thought when he was going to go to Houston, I was like, oh man, he's about to tear this up. He's going to do this or that. Because you remember he was a 6th man in OKC.
He was 6th man of the game.
Wait, can you say that one more time? Are you sure that's how you feel?
What I'm saying is, if I'm Dwight Howard at the time that I went to Houston, he went to Houston after the first year James Harden played in Houston, right?
Played incredible.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you were saying that James Harden was trying to establish himself. That's all I was
No. I'm saying because Mastermind was saying that you knew what you were getting into when you went to Houston. My argument for him is saying, and look, let me just throw this out here real quick. As far as Dwight Howard, there's no denying that he has brought a lot of these issues on himself. The only thing that I'm saying that I'm going to defend him on is the fact that we always say, "Well, keep it 100. Just answer. Just be honest. Just stop giving these prepared statements." He answered those questions.
I give him credit for that.
I don't think it's 100 though. I don't think it was 100.
I think it's 100. I think it was 100. But but he also needs to show. He also needs to show that he's a different person. You can say all these words. You can say this and that. But what I will say for Dwight Howard is that he went to Houston the year after James Harden there. So he was still like James Harden was still. We didn't know who he was going to be as far as with the man. He had that 1 year, so he went there. So all I'm going to say is if he's going to do what he says he's going to do, like. Oh, I'm not thinking about you know damn well he's thinking about teams right now. But let's say, besides that, he's like, oh, I'm going to work on my game. I need to stop messing around, all this stuff. No. If he is going to do that, then if he ends up doing that, then all kudos to him. But if he's just saying all this good stuff, then whatever.
Yeah, because
he's 30 years old, bro. Like what more? Like he's really not going to work on
just looking at his numbers. His first year in Houston, he was averaging 18 points a game, but the next year, when James Harden was runner for MVP, he only played 41 games, and that team found chemistry.
Yeah, he was hurt too.
So they found a good chemistry without him. So
And
I
I was
don't know.
gonna say they went to the Western Conference Finals too.
I don't know if it's Daryl Morey who's telling these guys not to give him the ball, but it is weird that he's not getting the ball because I would be frustrated.
He can't
as well.
control the fact that he doesn't get the ball much.
I would definitely be upset about that, but like Shaq said, demand the ball though. Demand that
demand
ball.
the ball. You're the big man. You're
But
the
look who you're.
in the
Okay.
game. Demand that, and he doesn't. He has no game to demand the ball either. Like you have to realize his points come off mostly lobs, rebounds, putbacks. You know what I'm saying? Like you give this man the ball. Like why would you give a man the ball that can't face up?
Because Jamal Crawford. That Rachel Nichols' new show, The Jump. Jamal Crawford was on that today, and he basically said that when he played against him, that he could tell he's not as interested in that. He doesn't get the ball, so he's not running as hard. So I could see that, you know what I mean? Because if a big man's not getting the ball, they're not gonna play defense either.
Yeah.
They're not gonna play
What's
defense.
the point?
Run back. But look what happened in Orlando. He was the focal point of that offense, and the only thing he could do, and that's why things started getting bad because teams got hit to him being a lobber guy.
But the rest of the players outside of him. The rest of the players outside of him were basically jump shooters in Orlando.
Right, and that's the thing.
So you could just lock on to Dwight Howard.
And then remember, he went, and don't forget, I don't want to hear about this like, oh, I work on my game next summer. He worked with the greatest center, one of the greatest centers in the freaking league. You know what I'm saying? In the league with the king. Play with Kobe. And you mean to tell me at 30 years old, you're going to be like, oh, now I'm going to go work on my game? Who you going to work on it with?
Listen.
You were supposed to work with Akeem Olajuwon, or at least Shaq, but you're going to work with Shaq because he's
those are prepared answers right there. I agree with you on that.
But listen,
that's what I'm saying. He wasn't 100% genuine for me.
I'm not saying that if I'm a GM, that if I was thinking negatively of Dwight Howard, that suddenly I'm about to just sell the farm for. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, I'm not gonna just crush Dwight Howard for that interview he had yesterday. He kept it 100, like we always say, and if you have to rely on James Harden, when have you seen James Harden get his other players involved? Seriously.
Last year.
That's true.
Last year when they went to the Western Conference Finals, that you had to get the team involved.
You're right. He was.
This year, you gotta remember, this year was a whole different year.
This year was just a random year.
It was a circus show this year. Dudes to go in the front offices being like, trade him.
We can say it was a random all we want, but the defenseless mixtapes keep coming, man. Every single year. This could be.
I don't want to hear about them YouTube compilations, though.
See
that.
I
watch in-game, yo. I watch in-game.
Let me tell you something right now.
Man. You grab 4 clips from like 4 plays where he might have played bad D and just put it in a 15-minute video. I'm not going out for that.
You're hilarious right now because you'll get on LeBron James, you'll get on all these players. Oh, they're not doing this, doing that. You see clear as day videotape of James Harden. Let me tell you something right now. There was a play where James Harden. It was this season too. It was a fast break. It was like a 2-on-1 or something like that. James Harden was the one man that had to defend. He stopped. Middle of the dude. Dude didn't even put the layup yet. He was in transition to put the layup. Look, James Harden looked to his teammates to say, "What are you doing, man?" While the dude was doing the layup right beside him. But you'll look at James.
He does do that a lot, though. I'm not gonna lie. He does do that, like, "Oh, what you doing?" Like.
But you're like, "I'm done with these mixtapes. I don't want to see him," which clearly shows James Harden doing that all the time. But you'll get on LeBron James or all these people. You be consistent, man.
A YouTube video isn't showing up. You know what I'm saying? It's about LeBron James leaving and stuff. Those are facts. We going off YouTube compilations like
LeBron James plays defense.
Hey, more rides, new life, new gigs, new this, new that. My home, my place, bigger names, bigger money, smaller honey shit. Good